Today in our first segment, Rick is going to review the IPS template system and its proper use. This template system was designed to assist you, the OEM boat builder, in the following areas. First, the template allows installation technicians to properly cut through the mounting surface with accuracy, speed, and consistency. Second, the template system allows for precisely locating and drilling all required fastener holes. Third, the use of this template system will help to ensure the quality workmanship and proper function of the product.
Okay, as Mike indicated earlier, today we're going to do an installation of one of IPS's newest products, our 12x16 access panel, and demonstrate the use of our template system. The first step will be to mount the template to the material. In this particular case, we have a piece of boat deck that was supplied to us by one of our customers for use in the demonstration. First step is to mount the template. We're going to pre-drill the corner mounting locations. Any countersunk fastener will work for this particular application. In this particular case, we're just using some simple drywall screws to hold down the four corners of the template. Now that the template is fastened, we are ready to begin the next step, which is pre-drilling all of the fastener holes that will hold down our product. By using this feature in the template, it allows us to accurately locate these so that when we get further in the installation process, we won't run into any problems. Alright, our second step in use of the template is to go ahead and pre-drill all of our starter holes for our fasteners.
Rick, what size drill bit are you using?
What we're using, Mike, is a 109 diameter drill bit to give us the proper sizing for a number 8 fastener, which we'll be using later on in the installation. By using the template, we are assured that each of our screw holes will line up when it's time to do the installation of the final product. The next step is to go ahead and drill a starter hole for our router, allowing us the opportunity to start the router without damaging the bit. What we recommend is a 1/2-inch diameter hole. This is due to the fact that we are using a 3/8 diameter cutter in our router system. Now, today's demonstration, we're going to be using a Dotco 18,000 RPM 3/8 router. Along with that, we have a 090 offset bearing that we've manufactured for use on the end of the router to properly locate the cutout with the template system. The cutter is a cutter that we designed along with a company in the Orlando area, G.W. Schultz. It's what we call a corncob mill. The idea behind this particular mill is that it has a large chip removal rate and it also has a diamond coating. We'll now install the router in our starter hole and begin to make our cutout. We finished the cutout. I want to point out a couple of things. If you notice, we've got a nice clean cut that is uniform all the way around. And we cut the section in a relatively short amount of time. Notice that this is fairly thick as well, and we have cut through several layers of material. We have a glass composite structure here, and the cutter really had very little difficulty cutting it at all. So at this point, what we want to do to further the installation process is go ahead and remove the template by simply removing the 4 corner screws that were used to hold down the template. We are now ready for the installation of the final product. Alright, to complete the process, we're going to go ahead and install one of IPS's newest products. This particular product is our 12x16 access panel. This product is a hingeless product which allows the OEM to use it in a variety of places where complete removal of the door or panel is a benefit.
At this point, typically, Rick, the OEM boat manufacturer would go ahead and put a silicone or an RTV down at this point for sealing it underneath the frame. But since we're not going to install this on a boat, and we're only doing this for a demonstration prop here, we're just going to omit that step.
Thanks, Mike. Now, you can see that the frame fits right into the cutout with nice clearance, no binding, yet all of the locations are exact. All of my screw holes are lined up. Now all I simply have to do is fasten down the frame. For the install, we're going to use 1/2 inch number 8 stainless panhead fasteners. What I typically like to do is get one started in each of the 4 corner regions and then finish up in a random pattern. As you can see, by drilling the proper clearances, the fasteners install very easily with little torque, and we're having no problems with alignment. Okay. Now, complete installation of the frame, we're ready to put the final cover on. In this particular case, the new IPS access panel uses a back-cut finger system with an interlocking angle that allows for loading of the seal by the installation of the product. So we bump it against the bump rail, set it down, lock the handles, and we're done. We have a clean installation and a nice working, easy to access panel.
Enclosed with your CD packet will be a list of cutting tools and equipment used in this video and where you can procure these items. In our next segment, Rick and I will demonstrate how extremely water resistant our new 12x16 access panel really is. The box we built right here is 54 inches tall. It's meant to hold 48 inches of water on it. We built this box for CE testing, and we think this will be sufficient to demonstrate how water resistant our new 12x16 access panel really is.
Alright, I'm going to begin the testing on the 12x16 access panel by installing the product. One of the things that you'll notice as I install it from the bottom of the water test box is that there's absolutely no tools required to install this product. You simply push it against the bump rail and then reach in and latch the latches down. We're now ready to begin filling the box for our first test. What we're planning to do is take it up to about 8 inches of water on top of the product, and then we'll look underneath and see if we have any leakage. After that, we'll go ahead and take it up to 1 foot of water on top of the product, which should thoroughly simulate any wave actions or any splashing or water that's being taken into a splash well area or any of the other areas on the boat. Right now we're up to about 2.5 inches of water, and we're seeing no signs of leakage whatsoever of the product. If you look at the perimeter, no droplets have formed anywhere, and we see no signs of leakage. We're now up to about 4 inches of water on top of the product and continuing to fill the water box. As you can see, looking inside, we're up at about the 5-inch mark, continuing to fill. When we reach the top of the valve over here to my right, we will be at a full 6 inches of water. Right at this point, we're now approaching the top of the valve. If we look underneath the leak box, we still have no leakage of any kind anywhere. Alright, at this point, as you can see with the tape measure, we're up to 9 inches of water on top of the product. We're not experiencing any leakage at this time. We're going to have to go ahead and put the side covers on the box in order to be able to continue to fill it with water.
right now, as you can see, we're right at 16 inches of water. And on the door we have, on the access panel we have no leakage. Alright, right now we're approaching 30 inches of water on top of our 12 by 16 access panel. We have no leakage on the bottom side, Rick is telling us right now. We'll go back and demonstrate that here in a few minutes as it fills up to 36 inches of water.
We're now at the end of our test. We've tested this 12 by 16 access panel to 36 inches of water. We're going to go ahead and release the water and release the pressure on the box. What?
Down to about 12 inches of water on the access panel. You saw the water here.